Gervonta Davis has been looking for a big money fight, and Bill Haney has called him out for declining a $20 million offer to fight Devin Haney. It's been clear that both sides of the potential matchup want to face each other, and Calvin Ford definitely wants to see Devin in the ring with Gervonta.
That's my brother right here. He knows what's up.
So, you want Haney?
I want Haney.
Haney tank. Oh, that's in your face. You want to hurt him bad, huh?
It's not Haney, but I just gotta prove to the world, youngin' is the throne.
There's levels to this. That is levels to that.
Meanwhile, Eddie Hearn couldn't stop saying how great Devin Haney is, and he thinks that the fight won't be happening anytime soon. Eddie stated, "The kid is so young. He's gone to Australia. He's beaten Kambosos. He's beaten Lomachenko. I know it was a close fight, but he really schooled Regis Prograis. I could see him going to 147, winning world titles there. I don't see anyone at 140 that beats him. His speed of foot and movement, Regis just couldn't set. People say Regis should have thrown more. He was trying to get there to throw, and every time he goes to get there, Devin is over here hitting him with 3 shots. I really like Regis' honesty after the fight. I couldn't believe how good he was. You couldn't say anything more than that. That's the truth. When you look at Bill Haney and you look at Leonard Ellerby, or if he's even involved, or Tank and the coaches, I feel like that's a long way away, that fight. In fact, Eddie sees another fight as a more natural opponent for Devin instead of Gervonta Davis.
The Ryan Garcia fight is a natural fight to make. I mean, Ryan should be looking to fight the champions at 140. You know, I think that is the fight for us at Golden Boy and Garcia and Haney to make. You've also got Teofimo Lopez. That becomes a lot more difficult because I think he may be unreasonable about his demands, but, you know, he's a great fighter as well. Tank, I just see these two, Bill and Tank, and like everybody's butting heads. For me, you want momentum. You want, you know, an ability to move swiftly to make a mega fight. For me, that is a conversation really between ourselves, Golden Boy and DAZN. And I think it's a massive fight.
When it comes to negotiations, Calvin Ford definitely thinks that Bill is going about things all wrong, and Calvin stated, "Listen, if I can get $100 every time he mentions my name or Tank's name, I'll be a billionaire. Right now, your son Devin is at the top of his game. Mention your son's name. If that's going to give you the egos to make you think you can win the fight or talk your way into the fight, that fight is going to happen one day. Just keep doing what you're doing." On the other hand, Eddie Hearn believes that Devin Haney is the fighter that everyone needs to make a money fight right now.
I think the winner of this is the big name. Okay. You show me all those, you know, you talk about Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. They can't sell 3,000, 4,000. I mean, I don't know what Shakur sold in Vegas. Less than 2,000. 1,800. He's an amazing fighter. But the excuse used to be about Devin Haney, he just doesn't sell. But what happens when he goes to a new city that doesn't even host boxing and sells 16,000? And that's down to Regis as well, but, you know, Devin is bringing these fans from the Bay Area, so all of a sudden that excuse doesn't really exist anymore. And people like Teofimo Lopez, I've done a fight with Teofimo Lopez, the undisputed lightweight world championship. We just sold out the theatre. And when he boxed Josh Taylor for the unified championship at 140, they didn't even sell out the theatre. And that's a massive fight. So, you know, people have got to get realistic with the draw that they are. And I think the work that Devin's done and is now showing, he's become that draw.
Eddie, you mentioned Teofimo, and what about Tank Davis' team? Do you think Tank Davis' team will see that, like, you sold 16,000, so now that he can't sell, so it's a good fight?
Gervonta's going to do what Gervonta, like, you know, I mean, they always want to keep it in-house, you know, and who knows the actual finances of the Amazon deal, how that works, what they need, but they're gonna, all those guys are going to need the winner of this fight, because you've seen what they're going to do. You know, they're doing at the gate, they're doing the numbers, and I think if the performance is sensational, it's going to put the winner of this fight in an unbelievable position.
Bill Haney isn't too happy about people thinking that this is Floyd Mayweather's era still, and he put his son up on a pedestal.
That's that old bullshit ass business model that you're going to charge the fans for some bullshit fights and that you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather shit is over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25. Tank ain't did it, nobody else ain't did it. Listen, y'all just scared to say it, But I'm not. I believe in my son.
Bill definitely thinks that Devin has done a lot more in the sport than most other boxers. Bill stated, "No other fighter has done what Devin has done, crossing the pond to become undisputed against Kambosos in Australia, coming up to another division and fighting the hard-hitting, arguably no one, the boogeyman no one wanted to fight. He's the #1 fighter right now, pound for pound, and it's no slight towards Terrence Crawford's performance, but if Errol Spence was depleted and he went up to 54, how much fucking credit can we give him for that fight?" Bill definitely doesn't understand how Gervonta can claim to represent African American culture.
You and your team is terrified, man. I hear somebody else saying that, he wants to kill, he wants the blood, man. Stay boxing, man. Keep it boxing. And if you want to fight, then fight, man. These people is frauds, man. They frauds. The only thing that they brag about now is how they take your money. That's it. They brag that you guys, the hard-working people that aren't fighters, give up your money for nothing. The man ain't fought not one African-American fighter. How you gonna represent the culture, kid?
Leonard Ellerby wants to remind people that Gervonta will do what he wants to do, and he thinks that Devin isn't worth it from a business standpoint. Leonard stated, "I tell people all the time, Tank is his own boss, and when he's ready to go, he's going to let you guys know. I'm going to let you guys know he put up a post today, and he said that I'll see you guys in the early part of next year. Tank is that dude, and none of them dudes is with Tank. Me personally, I respect them all, but y'all going to see the timing of these fights, and I can say that most of these people don't know anything about the business of boxing. They really don't. The fight that they think is big, what's considered big? I don't know. When you guys consider big, but Tank's been making 8-figure money for a minute. Bill Haney really doesn't think that Gervonta wants to face Devin, though.
Tank. And I guarantee you he ain't gonna say Devin's name. Because we ain't got no fight, we're available, and you don't want none of him. Calvin, nigga, knock it off, man. You know what I'm saying? Knock it off, Calvin. Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you the face of boxing, then send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful, like you really trying to do this shit. Because every fighter that Devin fuck with gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business, man.
Leonard Ellerby thinks that Gervonta is the draw in a potential fight, though, and he thinks that he should be the one given a fair offer. Leonard stated, "Davis is the picture. He is the prize. He's the only one. Again, put this in perspective. I've said this before. You can put all those guys that you're talking about, put them all together, and they still don't equal what Davis just did Sunday night in Los Angeles with all those fans. We have all the leverage. The belts are what they are. Those are good fighters. All these guys will meet up. They will eventually fight each other. You can't do it fast enough, It's not about a bargaining chip. Of course, having belts, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Devin's a real good fighter. He can't beat Tank Davis, though, but he's a good fighter." Bill Haney still thinks that Gervonta should consider his offer, though.
We don't know who the person to call, but you the boss. If you don't knock it off. And you know who I'm talking to. You. The ex-face of boxing. Don't listen to none of that propaganda that they're talking about, though. They're talking about numbers. And we had an excellent event, great turnout. It always takes two to tango. Shout out to the Progress team. They put on a hell of a performance as well in the build-up. Unfortunately, they came up short, but came up short. But, man, little dude ain't coming over here. Got the call. You've been served. You've been put on notice. This is the Devin Haney era, and we're no longer being ambiguous. We're not talking in third person. Devin is the youngest boss in the game. And that's how this thing is going. And just hope that, old boy comes to his senses. Offer still stands. 20 tickets.
In fact, Bill is furious and surprised that Gervonta actually turned down $20 million.
Bro, you done turned down $20 million, bro. 20 million. You done turned down 20 million. Guaranteed. 20 million, bro. 20 million guaranteed. Are you serious, bro?
Many people don't think the fight should or would happen though, considering the size difference. Stephen Edwards stated, "I don't think that Devin and Tank are going to fight, so I'm not even going to discuss that. I think it's too much weight that separates them. I know it's only one division, but Devin rehydrated pretty significantly for his fight with Regis Prograis. I know it's not his fault, as he did within the rules, but I just don't see that fight happening. Both guys are going to be dictating too much. Devin isn't going to fight Tank at 135, and I don't think Tank is going to fight him at 140, so I don't think the fight is going to happen. So everybody's all arguing and stuff, but I don't think it's even worth talking about because I don't think they're going to fight. I think they're going to go their separate ways." Bill Haney doesn't think that Gervonta is smart for turning down $20 million though, and he has no problem calling Gervonta out.
Come on, let me know, AG. Roll up some Tank. Roll up some Tank. Who got some Tank? DM me and DM me your address. I'm gonna send you some Tank so you can smoke some Tank, the new shit. You dig?
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.